Welcome to this week's Security Report. I'm Paul McAdam. Thanks for joining us. 21-year-old Marlon Jeffrey appeared before Magistrate Leron Daly on Friday, charged with 2 counts of discharging a loaded firearm at police officers during a shootout at Brutus Street, Agricola, East Bank, Demerara in 2017. Jeffrey, known as Buck of Agricola, was also charged with possession of a 12-gauge shotgun and 8 matching cartridges without being a licensed firearm holder. The first 2 charges alleged that on July 11, 2017 at Brutus Street, Agricola, he discharged a loaded firearm at police constables Cato and Bob with intent to maim, disfigure, and cause grievous bodily harm to avoid lawful apprehension. Jeffrey, who's currently serving a sentence for escaping from police custody, pleaded not guilty to the 4 charges. Magistrate Daly remanded the unrepresented man to prison until May 31, 2019. Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of 56-year-old Vidyanand Sukra, known as Body Boy, who was found unconscious at his Haswell Portmorant Berbice house early Thursday. Sukra lived with Frederick Shaw, and according to reports, the 2 were imbibing with others the night before. Both men were taken to the hospital, but Sukra succumbed to his injuries at the New Amsterdam Hospital at around 14:30 hours on Thursday. Shaw was treated and detained by the police for questioning. The Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit is seeking Winston Carto, also known as Chief Mike, whose last known address was given as 193 Greenheart Street, South Rhineveldt Gardens. In a statement, Kanu said that Chief Mike is wanted in relation to the 7 pounds of cocaine bust at the Eugene Correa Airport at Ogle. The bust resulted in the arrest of 55-year-old Sandra Angela Prophet. She was on May 2 sentenced to 4 years in jail and fined $9.1 million for attempting to smuggle over 7 pounds of cocaine through the airport. The woman was nabbed with the cocaine strapped to her body on Monday, April 29. It carried a street value of $3.5 million. Police are hunting 4 men who beat, killed and robbed a 58-year-old businesswoman of Lot 161 James and Non-Pyral Street, Allboyston, Georgetown on May 1. Dead is Nalini, also known as Nalo Prasad, a mother of 2 and a shop owner in the community for the past 15 years. Her husband, Mahendra Ram Prasad, is a patient at a city hospital. The partially decomposed body of 60-year-old Dewanti Lakeraj, known as Christmas, of Lot 66 Freeyard, Portmorant, was found in a trench on early May 3. The body was found facing downwards by passers-by at approximately 600 hours. Ranks are investigating. Police Commissioner Leslie James says that no stone is being left unturned as the investigation continues into the January shooting of Dr. Brian O'Toole, the director of Nations University. The commissioner disclosed that there are 3 persons of interest in relation to the case, but none are in custody of the police. Ranks on Monday received an audio recording in which an individual can be heard gloating about the shooting. The recording is said to be a vital piece of evidence which can help in solving the case. Investigations are continuing. Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan at the Alliance for Change's press conference clarified that most of Guyana's homicides are fueled by domestic violence. He explained that some of the more recent brutal crimes, such as the murder of a Hope Plantation matriarch, were likely spawned by family disputes.
It does appear that it might be a family member. The lady had 700 acres of estate of transported rice land. And there must have been something about a family arrangement whereby they would have murdered her and tried to cremate her. It was very brutal, but we have brutal members in our community. How we stop this when, let's say, domestic types of violence and so on is a very difficult thing. We have to get more intelligence about the nature of these communities and all of that.
The minister noted that during his recent attendance at the CARICOM Council meeting for Regional Home Affairs and Security Ministers in Grenada, he suggested that tertiary institutions such as the University of the West Indies and even the University of Guyana be used to analyze the factors driving these crimes. It is important, he says, that stakeholders understand what is happening locally.
Crime, as we know, come with other factors. Sometimes these young people want it for their consumption levels of alcohol or drugs. It comes from greed. It comes from a number of other things that we know generally. But we have to have more information. We have to have more diversionary activities. So, and also employment activities too, that can help in ensuring that people will not indulge in these kinds of activities.
The Guyana Police Force and security apparatus are upping the ante and strategizing ways to reduce crime rates from reaching the highs of other regional nations, he added. Factors such as salaries, training, and more qualified recruits will continue to be addressed.
When you start building that academic background of your leadership in the police force, you are going to get a more professional police force that will be faster in its ability to recognize the determinants of crime.
Now for some highlights from the Guyana Police Force. The Juliet Griffith Daycare Center was recommissioned on April 26. The facility is named after Mrs. Juliet Griffith, the founder of the Police Wives Association of Guyana. She was the spouse of former Senior Superintendent of Police Joshua Griffith and recognized for her dedication and hard work by the then Commissioner of Police Carl Austin, Esquire, DSS, DPM, CPM, who commissioned the center in her honor. Mrs. Griffith, who was always an advocate for the welfare of children, knew that the establishment of a daycare would help to assist hardworking ranks positively, since many of them were parents and did not have anyone to look after their children whilst on duty. As a result, on October 3, 1994, the Juliet Griffith Daycare Center, also known as a Police Daycare Center, was established. It started off in the Police Mess, Ivlery, and is currently functioning in the compound of the Mounted Branch. The center, which is governed by the Forces Administration, caters for police ranks children between the ages of 1.5 months to 6 years old. Its motto is preparing the children for the future through play. On April 28, 2019, the commander and key stakeholders of G Division held a face-to-face community meeting at the Charity Secondary School. This was done in order to forge ahead with improving public trust and creating partnerships in policing postures and community relations. The meeting addressed some of the concerns being experienced by members of the community, such as homeless children, truancy, garbage disposal, children's involvement in criminal activities, the need for streetlights, teenage pregnancy, child labor, and other issues. An action committee will be formed to address juvenile delinquency. On Tuesday, April 30, 2019, the Guyana Police Force welcomed 151 new ranks. They were from the Felix Austin Police Training College in Georgetown, the Richard Fical Police Training College in Essequibo Coast, and the Felix Austin Training College at Adventure, Berbice. Senior Superintendent and Deputy Force Training Officer Faisal Karim Bash welcomed the new ranks and advised them to put what they have learned into practice and to always display professionalism. Over the past 10 months, ranks were exposed to first aid training and co-work sessions. They were also involved in anger management, domestic violence, crime and firearms training, playing sports such as football, cricket and volleyball, and also visited the Georgetown Public Hospital's morgue where they viewed postmortems. Delivering the feature address at the passing out was the Commissioner of Police, Leslie James, DSS, DSM. James congratulated the ranks for successfully completing their initial training and urged them to maintain discipline and good work ethics. Now for some highlights from the Guyana Defense Force. Chief of Staff Brigadier Patrick West promoted a batch of 27 potential reserve officers to the rank of Ensign C during a parade held in their honor on Saturday last. The Reserve Officers Course number 16 began on September 8, 2017 with 37 officer cadets. 27 of them have completed their rigorous training thus far. Brigadier West urged them to remain resolute and focused on their goals of becoming officers. He also urged them to stay the course, stand tall, and to be an inspiration to others. He said that, quote, "There's only one road for you, the road to commissioning. Stay focused," he encouraged. The last batch of reserve officers was trained in 2009. This new batch will be commissioned with the ensigns of Standard Officers Course number 50. Lieutenant Colonel Drumson Macaulay urged soldiers being trained on the Drill Instructor Course 2019-01 to apply themselves to understanding and demonstrating their knowledge in practical exercises during the course. He said, quote, "This is a course that is meant to equip you with the knowledge and skills to teach others. It is an instructor course, and therefore your knowledge and skills have got to be at a very high level if you're going to be successful in your efforts to train others," end of quote. He was at the time addressing the formal opening of the 6-week course. He emphasized that at this level, students on the course must be seriously focused on getting the minuscule details of drills correct. Now for the Guyana Police Force's wanted list. Vasi Gordon Barry is wanted by the police for questioning in relation to possession of firearm and ammunition and possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking committed on April 27, 2019 at Dazzle Housing Scheme and Alpha Hotel at Ogle, the east coast of Demerara. Anyone with information that may lead to the arrest of Vasi Gordon Barry is asked to contact the police on telephone numbers 2262407, 2252694, 2292019, 2292289, or the nearest police station. Kevin Campbell is also wanted by the police for questioning in relation to obtaining credit by false pretense committed on Nalina Rampasod on March 28 this year. Anyone with information that may lead to his arrest is asked to contact the police force on numbers 226-2407 or 225-2694, 229-2019, 229-2289, 911, or the nearest police station. That's it for this week's Security Report. Goodbye.